The next talk is just really short. To outline the concept of our new goalkeeper. We have currently 2 machine engineering students designing a new goalkeeper. I can show you some CAD pictures of it. And what we did last year, in 1 week before the tournament, of this year, in the summer before the tournament, was implementing flying ball detection for our goalkeeper. So at first, the summary of the changes compared to our old goalkeeper. We will add a 2D laser scanner for detecting displacement of goals, because before we were always expecting to stand where it should be, no matter how many robots that crash into it. The second one is we want to add a 3D laser scanner for detecting flying balls. Also like to experiment with the directed camera on it for detecting objects which are far away. And there are also structural changes. First, of our old goalkeeper, the extension and also the kicker were powered by pressured air, so pneumatic extensions, and this introduced a lot of logistic problems. When you can imagine you drive to Istanbul for the championships and need to bring your pressure bottle with you. You're not allowed to transport it full in the airplane, so we need to find a shop in Istanbul which refills our bottle. That took us roughly a day to find on the Asian side one shop which were furious enough to fill up the bottle again, and so that's one major reason why we switched completely away from pneumatic system. We want to use 4 wheels instead of 3, which are arranged for faster side movements, quite similar to the goalkeeper, I think, from Tech United. And we decided not to use a kicking device on the goalkeeper for making it lighter, faster. Because I can't remember the last time our goalkeeper were forced to kick the ball away because it was closer to him instead of a defending player. Okay. Here we have some pictures of the design currently. What I also did not mention is we are trying to use some kind of new design of the Omnivision. You can see here it's also has this cylinder, which I think also Tech United is using. We want to try this on the new goalkeeper. We have some basic plates here for the driving and motion. We have 4 wheels, which are, when you look at the front, these 2, and on the back side these are powered, and these on the side here are not powered, which are just for avoiding the goalkeeper to fall over, basically. The extensions here are controlled by a motor. And you can see the 3D laser scanner, which is looking upwards with a 30-degree viewing angle and 360-degree all around. So a lot of wasted view inside the robot, but what else do we have here? Here's the 2D laser scanner on the back of the robot. We try to recognize these rectangular shape of the goal to place the robot correctly. Any questions so far to the goalkeeper? Maybe. Otherwise we can ask later.
I think that there is some sort of support of your Omnivision camera, but it is right in front of the robot, right? If I understand it correctly. Yeah, it's on the front of the robot.
Yeah, it's not in the center anymore.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which means that it's not. It should be really robust because it's one possible target for a very heavy ship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we told the students that we will definitely shoot by our own on their vision system, so they should design it like that. And we didn't have the time to build it yet. I think it will take maybe 1 or 1.5 years to build this thing and get it under control with all the software parts and remanufacturing things that don't work out. It was planned to make it, I think, 4 or 5 millimeters thick, these cylinder walls, for example, from extra durable, what is it? Polycarbonate. Yeah, okay.
The laser is 360
Degree
as well, and an angle.
30 degrees.
So why do you need an omnivision camera still?
Because if I would use this as a localization, then I would miss the color because it's just a point cloud. So I would need to recognize all shaped point clouds far away, which is pretty hard when it's inside the kicking device of an opponent. So I would say maybe you can recognize the ball, but maybe not. And 30 degree, I think in 3 meters away you would touch the ground with this viewing angle up there. So you won't see the close by things, or you put it more down, then you maybe have a better chance using it. Yeah, I think it's maybe not precise enough now. We could try it, but I think the color thing is the most important thing, why you can't only use this sensor. And we weren't sure whether we get the money to put this into the robots while it was designed. Actually, we also had the place on the side, left and right of it, to simply put some Kinect sensors there, pointing upwards. So during the decision whether we have to use the OmniVision or not, it wasn't clear whether we get such a nice sensor or not. So that's the current state.
You also have the problem when you have to take the robot out. The robot has to go in and localize himself. So you
Yeah, but I
still
would say
need
with the laser you can probably quite easily recognize the 2 goals. Or at least one. I don't know what the resolution is of the laser on a distance of, let's say, 9 meters.
Yeah, but also look outside the field, so you have a lot of false positives.
Yeah,
So our goalkeeper has a lot of false positives.
Yeah, but this one we typically see 2 goals opposite to each other.
and a lot of
And the
robots in
chance
the
that
middle.
that's in the audience is not so big, I would say.
And lots of robots in the middle as well, not only the goals.
Yeah,
The goal is higher than the
Does this thing extend?
Mhm.
Does the goalkeeper extend? Does it have extendable?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see on these pictures. Basically, similar to Tech United's robots, this bar, this and this are extendable according to the rules, which are empowered by this blue motor. Or this is the motor. That's a switch connection, and then you turn it on this tooth bar and pushing it outside. It's basically designed in a way that the extensions here are not directly coupled with this source of power. So what we can do is that the robot wants to extend it, and somebody else taking the extension and pressing it back inside, and the motor won't get crashed because it's decoupled over this friction here. So there's something like, I'm not sure whether it's the same as the right word, friction coupling. So yeah. And when we turn off the motor, we plan to have a spring which folds back in the extensions so that we are conform to the rules, although maybe the control of the extension is broken. So we just turn it off and then it's according to the rules, not the other way around. Okay. Then, yeah.
Why did you select a 3D laser instead of a Kinect?
It provides provides the better sensor values. In case, I have to admit, we are a bit lucky to get the funding for this laser. It costs around 10,000 euros. You can, judging from the price, you can detect, I think, 60 or 120 meters far by 1 centimeter accuracy, and quarter of a degree. Basically, we were argumenting that we also provide this kind of data to our lecturers to have students to get the chance to work on such a sensor, which is actually normally used in autonomous driving competitions on top of cars, basically. It's this Velodyne company, the cheapest one of their products. And yeah, it has a higher accuracy, further range. With the Kinect you have sometimes problems with the light conditions, which reduces the range. And if we want to use the new Kinect, we don't have any CUDA supported video card on board, so we would also have to implement, as you did, with these developer boards, which provide these features to use the open source driver of it. So, yeah. Flying ball detection. On the old keeper, you can see here a picture of it. We used the Astra Pro, which is, to my knowledge, currently the only available Kinect-like sensor, except the new Kinect one, because the old one isn't built anymore, and for example, the Asus Iction Pro is also not produced anymore. And we did a lot of research, and this Oddback 3D is the company, and Astra Pro is the name of the sensor, is the only one available for us currently. And it has similar data as the old Kinect. And we can use it with an OpenAI 2 driver, but the company extended this driver, so it's not the original OpenAI 2 driver anymore, and it's a little bit hard to get started with this sensor. Anyway, our processing, then we use the point cloud library. The algorithm we use for it is quite simple. At first we take the whole point cloud and subsample it with a raster of 10 centimeters to reduce the amount of points. Afterwards there comes the point cloud library into play, which creates automatically a KD tree, which is a data structure for accessing or making it easier to find neighboring points in the cloud. And with this help, we simply go through each point in this cloud and ask for the number of neighbors which are inside the 50 centimeter radius in 3D. And if the number of neighbors is between 6 and 20, then we can deduce that this must be a ball, simply because we are just looking above all other robots. So if there is something on the field, it's either a human, which produces more points than 20, because it's simply bigger, or either it's a ball. And if we recognize two balls short in time together, then we calculate the trajectory, whether it will pass over our goalkeeper or not, and extend accordingly. Yeah, source code is also available. Any question on this, maybe?
How big is the grid of the? So it's a KD tree, which is like the full 3D point cloud.
Mm-hmm.
How big is the grid that you go to?
First, the subsetting, every roughly 10 centimeters we have the points, and we only use not each point. I think we take every second point in this direction and every second row. So we also have only 1/4 of this to check. Because of this big radius, we won't miss the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it from our side. I can, because it came up with Alisa, just show you for 2 seconds our plan designer, which is the tool we are using. And I should have prepared another slide for this. One of our bachelor students is redesigning this tool to make it, to have less dependencies on the Eclipse Rich Client Platform framework, because this tool here is about 300 megabytes to download, and it doesn't make sense because we don't use a lot of these libraries which you have in there. And also there are a lot of bugs still in here. But anyway, for example, we have here what I was talking about, our WM16 plan, which is pretty messy often because we distinguish between the stop and normal game state and the other states which the ref was sent to us. Then you can go down in the tree to the next level where we separate here the keeper and here defending and attacking. Here we can choose different strategies automatically depending on the data. Attack play is basically the plan for only wait, let's just check what's the other. Yeah, standard attack is the plan if we only have one robot left, because they are all others crash directly, I don't know. And normally we go into this plan. Here you have these state machines. For example, one attacker, a blocker, defender, and somebody who is going to some free space to receive a pass. Yeah, and that's the software how we model. And then when you're ready, you do something like right-click, code generation, C++, and then you get all the steps for coding the C++ code, auto-generated, basically. Yeah.
How many power do you have for the parameters?
How what?
How do you check parameters or check any data? How do you make decisions? Because all you showed now was going down, but
basically, for example, one decision could be when I want to switch from this state to this state. We have not configured. That's also a reason why we want to re-implement it, because it's hard to set up. It auto-generates basically a Boolean returning method in C++. So, and there we have access to our world model, asking it what is the state of the game. Is it stop, is it start, and then return true or not. And you can code anything. You can code also something like, I don't know, how fast is the ball approaching the goal, and will I catch it or not, and depending on this I will switch to other states or something like that.
Those questions you would code manually in C++?
Yeah, currently, yeah. But pointing to the right direction, we also try to have an interface in this plan designer where you can plug in something by your own, which completely auto-generates these decision code. So if you have some intelligent reasoning mechanism and you just need to auto-generate maybe 3 lines of decision making, like, okay, ball is further away than this, and we have this, and then it's okay. That could be auto-generated, you don't have to code by hand. Then we try to provide an interface where you can plug in and auto-generate everything on these transitions, for example. But yeah, to be honest, we never had something working like this.
Can you give parameters to those questions?
Parameters to what?
So, for example, you say if the ball is 2 meters away, I pick direction A. If the ball is 10 meters away, I pick direction B. Those kind of transitions.
That I would model with 2 different transitions. I would code one transition for these kind of parameters and the other one for the other kind of parameters, and then it will, the one will trigger and the other will not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.